Intro, Marie Ascot exploring silently. Let's go outside. Click on the subtitle box for commentary of the video in your language. Secrets of the M54 Motorway and the Masonic medieval castle demolished for its construction. The M54 begins just north of Birmingham off the M6. It passes Wolverhampton and continues to Telford. You can only join it northbound off the M6 and leave it southbound onto the M6 south. The road layout causes a great deal of traffic through the small village of Shareshill on the A460 as traffic tries to join the M6 at junction 11 or join the M54 from the M6 southbound. It is often better to take the Stafford Road A449 and then the Watling Street A5 at Gayley to join at junction 12. The motorway passes right beside Moseley Old Hall when Charles II hid after the Battle of Worcester. There is a turn-off for the I-54 business park, home of Jaguar Land Rover engine manufacturing centre, but this exit provides no access to anywhere else. I-54 is next to Boulton and Paul factory that made the Defiant turret fighter. Its operation was taken over by Moog in a new factory on the park. Bolton and Paul factory adjoined Wolverhampton Airport at Pendeford, which closed in early 70s. The airport featured in the 1945 film The Way to the Stars. The motorway crosses the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal and Shropshire Union Canal in rapid succession. It goes through the Chillington Hall estate through grounds built by Capability Brown. It passes the village of Coven, rhymes in cloven, and Brood, rhymes with rue. It passes near to White Ladies Priory, one of the most haunted in England, and Boscabel House, where Charles II is in the Royal Oak for his life after the Battle of Worcester. This is why there are so many pubs named the Royal Oak. The motorway then reaches Tong Interchange, where you can visit RAF Cosford Aerospace Museum. The best free day out in my opinion. The motorway cuts through the edge of the village of Tong. The 15th century collegiate church of St. Bartholomew, Tong, is almost of cathedral proportions. You can stop for a meal at the Bell Inn, but watch out for the Grade 2 listed monument in the car park that keeps being knocked over. It has a tomb inscription by Shakespeare and was the setting for ending of Dickens' The Old Curiosity Shop, where Little Nell died. The vicar created this grave to Little Nell, even falsifying the parish records. Tong Castle was originally built in the 12th century, and in the Civil War it was defended by William Careless, any remains and archaeology obliterated by the M54. The ornate gate to the castle by Capability Brown was saved, bizarrely ending up on an industrial estate on the Marston Road, Wolverhampton. The gate is intricately carved with masonic figures. The M54 passes the lovely village of Shifnal and then gives views of the Wrekin. This 298 meters landmark takes a good afternoon to climb, offering stunning views for the hardy. The Poundland Toblerone-inspired chocolate Twin Peaks is based on the Wrekin and Urkel. The local phrase right, round, the Wrekin means taking a circuitous route to achieve an objective. It is used by Ken Miles in the film Ford vs Ferrari, also known as Le Mans 66. This lonely mountain could be seen from J.R.R. Tolkien's home at Gypsey Green, just north of the M54-M6 junction. At the end of the M54 you reach Telford, where the road splits into the A5 that takes you into Wales and the short A442 that takes you to Ironbridge. The Ironbridge, opened in 1781, is the first bridge made of iron, indeed the first iron structure. It was designed by Thomas Farnells Pritchard and constructed by Abraham Darby III. Check out my full upcoming videos on Tong Castle Gates, Tong, Moseley Old Hall, Boscabel House, White Ladies Prior, the Wrekin, Gypsy Green, Ironbridge, Coalbrookdale Potteries, Dackfield Tile Works, RAF Cosford and the Broseley Pipe Museum. Please like and subscribe.